The World of Peter Rabbit, a complete narration and reflection, inspired by the stories of Beatrix Potter. Part 1. The Meadow and the Morning. Good morning. Welcome, dear listener, to the gentle, rolling countryside of the English Lake District, a place of extraordinary beauty, of misty mornings and golden afternoons, of stone walls draped in moss, of hedgerows bursting with blackberries, and of the most remarkably peculiar rabbit family you are ever likely to encounter. Picture, if you will, a morning in early summer. The sky above is a pale, washed blue, the sort of blue that only appears in England, a modest, understated blue, as though the sky itself is too well-mannered to show off. Below it, the hills roll gently, covered in grass of the deepest, most satisfying green. Dew still clings to the blades of grass, catching the morning light and turning the whole meadow into something that glitters, something that shines, something that looks, frankly, rather magical. Along the edge of this meadow runs a lane, a narrow, winding lane with a stone wall on one side and a wooden fence on the other. And beyond that fence, tucked into the hillside beneath the roots of a very large, very old fir tree, is a home. It is not a grand home by any means. It has no marble columns, no sweeping staircase, no chandelier hanging from the ceiling. But it is a home nonetheless, warm, cozy, a little cramped, smelling of dried herbs and warm fur and fresh earth. It is the home of the rabbit family. Now, you must understand something about rabbits, particularly about this rabbit family, before we proceed any further. Rabbits, as a general rule, are cautious creatures. They are sensible, they are careful, they have evolved, over many thousands of years, an extremely finely tuned sense of danger, and they deploy this sense of danger in a way that has served them extraordinarily well. They listen, they pause, they sniff the air, and then, only then, do they decide whether it is safe to proceed. The mother of our particular rabbit family understood all of this perfectly. She was a rabbit of great dignity and considerable wisdom. She had raised her family through harsh winters and scorching summers. She had navigated the perils of foxes and ferrets, of farmers and their traps. She had done all of this with patience and grace and a calm, steady authority that commanded the respect of every creature in the meadow. She had 4 children, 4 rabbits, each quite different from the others, each quite entirely themselves. There was Flopsy. Flopsy was a sensible rabbit. She had soft, neat fur and a manner of moving through the world that suggested she had thought carefully about every step before taking it. Flopsy listened when her mother spoke. Flopsy paid attention. Flopsy was, in a word, reliable. And in a family of rabbits living in close proximity to a great many dangers, reliability is an extraordinarily valuable quality. There was Mopsy. Mopsy was much like Flopsy, though perhaps with a slightly more tender heart. Where Flopsy was sensible, Mopsy was gentle. She noticed small things, a spider's web hung with morning dew, a butterfly resting on a thistle, the particular way the light fell through the fir tree at the end of the day and turned everything golden. Mopsy felt things deeply, and she moved through the world with a kind of quiet wonder that was really rather lovely to behold. There was Cottontail. Cottontail was the youngest of the 3 sisters, and she possessed, in addition to a notably white tail, a remarkable cheerfulness of spirit. Things that troubled her siblings rarely troubled Cottontail. She had a gift for finding pleasure in small moments, a handful of blackberries, a sunny patch of earth, the simple delight of running fast through open grass. Cottontail approached life with enthusiasm, and the world, on the whole, was rather improved by her presence in it. And then there was Peter.